Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to this English listening video with me, Jessica Ojeda, your English teacher online. Well, I'm here today to tell you about two terrifying experiences I just had in this spot. Right here. I had two horrifying, they weren't really horrifying. Well, sort of, they were horrifying. The dog's trying to get me wet. But I had two encounters with two different types of wildlife. The first one was a snake, and not just any snake. It was a rattlesnake. And I wasn't terrified for myself for the snake, but I was scared for my puppies. Well, let me tell you how it happened. Oh no, they're getting me dirty. I have to stand up. Okay. I was riding my bicycle, and I take the dogs with me when I ride my bike so that they can get some exercise and they'll be happier dogs and all that good stuff. But so I was riding my bicycle, and T-Bird's always the first in line, my little fast one. T-Bird right there. She's always the first in line. And I saw what looked like a stick, but kind of thought it could be also a snake in the road as well, because snakes always cross the road like this. You know, snakes never really go down the road like this. Snakes are always just crossing the road. So they always look like sticks in the road. And T-Bird just ran straight over that stick. And I thought, the stick didn't move. It must be a stick and not a snake. But as I kept riding my bicycle closer, I said, holy shit. Yeah, holy shit. That's like, oh my God. But in a way, stronger way to say it. It's a rattlesnake. Well, T-Bird had already ran straight over the rattlesnake, so she was in the clear. But I also had four other dogs with me, and they kind of ride with me on the bicycle, so I couldn't stop, because if I stopped, I thought, oh my gosh, they're going to see the snake, and then they're going to inspect the snake, and when they inspect the snake might bite them. And these are deadly snakes. I'm forgetting to mention that rattlesnakes are deadly, especially to dogs. They aren't that deadly to humans because we're much bigger animals, and we can go to the hospital and get some antivenom, but they'll kill you if you don't get your antivenom. Anyway, I had the three dogs, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to pretend like the snake's not there. The dogs won't notice the snake is there. And so I just rode right past the snake. The snake was like right here on the road, right here, and so we rode over here past the snake. But there was a problem because Jill, where's Jill? I don't see Jill. Okay, right here, Jill. Jill is what we call a slowpoke. You probably have a slowpoke in your family. They're the person always in the back. In this case, the dog that's always last. She's always last. She's the slowpoke. So I had all the dogs except for Jill past the snake, and there was Jill. And she was walking straight in line with the snake. So I was like, oh my gosh, Jill's going to run into the snake. Jill's going to run into the snake. What do I do? So I yelled at Jill. Really, really mean. I yelled at her, and I hurt her feelings. And I told her to go home. Yeah, I told her really strictly to get your butt home. Do not follow me, like that. And she was like, what'd I do? And she's like, okay, well, I'll turn around and go home. You don't love me, I'll go home. Yep. So Jill, she didn't exactly go home, but she stopped and she turned around a little bit. So I was like, okay, as long as I don't keep going forward, Jill's not going to keep coming forward. And as long as I don't go back, the other dogs aren't going to go back. So the plan was just to sit and wait for the snake to leave. And after about what seemed to be like forever, really was probably 15 seconds, the snake started to make his way off the road. He started slithering down toward the bushes and everything. Ugh. Anyway, when he got out of sight, I didn't wait for him to get all the way gone because I didn't know how long my dogs would behave and not go anywhere. So after he got out of the dog's sight, out of my sight, we went home. So I took the 4 dogs past the snake again to go home, and yeah, I went and got the gun. I am a snake killer, but I didn't kill the snake because when I got back, he was gone. I mean, I figured he'd be gone, but there was a chance he wouldn't be gone. And I wouldn't kill the snake if he wouldn't kill my dogs. But we have so many rattlesnakes here that I just kill them. I can't help it, y'all. You know, a lot of people will disagree with that. You're welcome to your opinions. And I'm welcome to kill my snakes if they're in my yard or if they're on the road where I bike my bike and take my doggies. Anyway, that was the first wild animal experience that horrified me. And I hate that I didn't get him. Makes me mad. There's about a 3-foot rattlesnake around here somewhere, you know? Well, more than one, but I know there's a 3-footer around here somewhere. Anyway, that was my recent terrifying experience with a snake, and I hope you understood it all. I'll give you a quick summary just in case you didn't. Me and the dogs were riding the bike. We crossed a snake. One dog was left behind, and she was in the path of the snake. So I yelled at her to stay back, and she stayed back. The other dog stayed with me on the other side of the snake over there, and we waited until the snake went off the road. And when he went off the road and got out of sight, we hightailed it to the house to get the gun, and I came back in a vehicle this time so the dogs wouldn't come with me, and looked for that snake to blow his head off. Alright, thank y'all very much for watching this English listening video with me, enjoying a little bit of Alabama wildlife with me, and tell them to subscribe, Jill. Say subscribe. Where's Jill? I cannot see anything on this camera in the daylight. Jill's a funny dog. She would never tell you to subscribe. She's like, oh, me on camera? Oh, me? Oh, me on camera? She has social anxiety too. Mwah. Please subscribe.